need some of what I do. You're gonna see everything. The time I went to the shelter, first time. Times in my stomach. When she was born, she was in the stroller at the time, so I went to cat. I took her in the stroller. Now she's 6 years old. I'm not going to shelter. I'm just showing you the kind of how it is. I forgot to stop on the train, the 4 or 5. I want to say 6 train. A lot of trains go to the stop in the Bronx. I'll be making sure I link down the information down below. And yeah, so we're gonna be seeing basically through a person's eyes who's go through shelter on how that works in New York City. And they're doing a maze, which is pretty cool. That's very Halloween. Halloween's on Sunday. I think whoever did that marketing thing, they're very smart on how they did it. And yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it. I was supposed to be there so much earlier, and I'm not. KK's hungry, I gotta see what I can get her to eat. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Now we're walking up. But yeah, guys, these are the steps that every New York has to go through. When you go to if you don't know, the train station that goes to that particular area in the Bronx is a lot of stairs. Depending on what train you come up from, there's just a lot of stairs. They have some escalators if I remember properly, if I'm not going crazy. But I feel like the main parts is no escalators there to go outside. So, if I remember properly. Come, KK. So the event should be this way. I know this particular area very well, where the event is gonna be. So, we're gonna see. Anyway. KK's hungry, I'm kind of peckish. I don't want to buy nothing here and they have food for us. I'm not sure what they're doing. I didn't ask. I was just invited, honestly, last minute. And I'm ready to go. So, that's what's going on. I might give Katani the phone just so she can videotape the way that she might have seen it. Granted, she was a baby, so it's going to be much different. But, I'm going to ask her if she wants to do it, and you'll see her view on her channel on how homelessness is in New York City. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Across the street now, I'm trying to focus. And I don't see nothing. Borough Hall is not that big, so you know, I advertise this event on my channel, on the podcast. So yes, guys. Anyway, y'all can see Borough Hall. That's what Borough Hall looks like. I didn't make it killing. It's a big little area. People sell stuff. Things like that. I probably did an event this early just because a lot of people would be out here if it's late in the day. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yes, guys, we're here. I thought it was gonna be so much bigger. Like when I say bigger, I thought it was gonna be huge. But we're only people, so we're not that big. So I guess this definitely works. But yeah, I am so late. You wanna film, KK? Hi.
Let your social media know.
Yes. So yes. KK, you want a video, KK? While you watch it or no? Oh gosh, I'm so late. It is what it is.
Khadijah.
Yes.
Mind you, you know I'm looking at you, and I'm like,
it's the mask. It could be the mask.
It's the mask, but it's your voice I just heard, and I'm like, wait, that sounds familiar.
Yes.
This is Khadijah. Prescription home. What we're calling the way home.
You heard that? This one I got it wrong, so you know. Now y'all heard the right way. The way home.
Yes. Our exhibit is called The Way Home. Cool. We have information on the walls as well as the floors and above you.
Sorry. You're fine.
The reason for this exhibit?
Yes.
New Yorkers always have misconceptions on homelessness.
Yes, that's
and
definitely
also
true.
What it looks like. They oftentimes don't know the different processes that people have to go through.
Yes.
Children are always the most affected when it comes to homelessness. So with this exhibit, we just want to inform everyone
No, you're fine. You're fine.
and give them more information on homelessness so that we can all come together, you know, and talk to these politicians and tell them that these things need to be changed within homelessness.
Definitely.
Don't fix it because you keep fixing it and don't you see it's not working.
Right. They're putting basically a circle into a square peg and it's not working.
Right,
Every single time. 30, 40 years is like, do you not get that you need help?
Right. So I say to the politicians, you know, ask yourself a question. If you have a leaky roof, are you going to keep fixing it and wasting money?
Right.
Or are you going to change it so that you don't have to keep having that leaky roof all the time?
The real question is that, are they the contractors who have to pay the leaky roof money too?
Right.
So they probably will say yes, and that's the problem. No problem. And I think that's the big problem about it.
Exactly. So we just want everyone to become more informed on the issues. We had quite a few people that came today and went through, and once they came out, they were like, I didn't realize, you know, that people went through so much. And it's like, yeah, you never know a person's story because you don't know the person.
Right.
You know, so don't judge, like they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a person by their appearance.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think because especially families are more invisible because we're not seeing them on the street most of the time. They're hidden away in buildings.
Right.
And the people you see as homeless, you think is a person on the road who probably had a mental problem or somebody who doesn't smell that great. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at the shelters, there's a lot of families there. A lot of people with kids, newborn babies.
That's what,
you know,
and that's the thing.
problem.
Kids are the most affected. Yes, the adult is going through the process, but the kid has to go through that process and look at it from their point of view and not as an adult.
That's true.
It's hard. Not only that, not to mention I myself was 6 years old, and you know we were homeless.
Can we interview for the podcast?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna give you a flyer. I know I'm doing a lot.
Okay.
But we want to get kids' point of views of the shelter system in New York City. No problem. You can come in. Sorry. So we want to interview people about how their experience was. I don't know if you remember exactly how it was.
Well, I remember most.
Yes.
I think the stuff that I do remember is what I saw affected me as a child.
What do you think affected you the most, if you mind me asking?
Not knowing, what was next. Not knowing where was going to be home next.
I got it.
Being in the shelter, they didn't, supply us with meals, so my mom and dad panhandled it.
Oh wow! To make it. It's like you have no choice but to do these things because nobody's helping you.
That was in the 80s, so you can only imagine how it was then compared to now.
Right.
There wasn't programs and stuff then.
Right.
So it's definitely different, but it's still a difficult process for anyone to go through, no matter what.
Yeah.
Being in a room with 2 twin beds and a bathroom and a crib. I'm 6 years old. What am I doing in a crib?
Right.
I'm not supposed to be in a crib at 6. So, I think that stuff stayed with me because it was like this little space, and we have to leave. It's not like you can sleep.
And it's much different compared to now. Because KK. Now you can stay in the shelter. People stay in there all day and sleep.
Right, exactly.
Before you had to get your behind up at a certain time and be bound.
That's how it was when we were going.
That's what I thought it was when I initially went in. Because I went in 2015. KK, don't go far, baby. I can see through the thing, so it's all right. You can see through it. I don't know if you can tell. But when I was in the shelter, I thought I seen a lot of shows, and I thought you see movies and you see that how they have to get up in the morning and they have to go oh my God, it's gonna be so stressful. But I was crying. I had to do it. I had no choice. It's like I had nowhere else to go. I don't want to stay in the street with my baby.
Right.
And then when I realized you could stay there the whole day if you really wanted to. But most of the time I didn't. I don't get a different environment every day. It's like it'd be like honestly going the corona the whole again if I went through that. It would have been bad. But it's just they changed a lot. I'm not saying everything they did was horrible. They have made some changes, but they need to make more changes.
They do. They definitely
That's
do.
The thing.
Because a lot of families, not only that, a lot of families are not safe. They don't feel safe.
Right.
This is the government that supposed to protect and serve us.
So as they say,
they're not serving.
Taking our taxes, even if we're in shelter.
Right. Exactly.
Everything.
So we're not being served.
properly
Right.
if we have so many homeless people on the streets.
That's true.
You know,
Don't go far, baby.
Homes actually solve homelessness, you know.
Right. Here, hold us, KK, since you have nothing else to do. All right, so I'm making go on. I know I'm taking up your time. We'll get more on the podcast. I'll definitely tell you more. Will you tell me the rest of it?
Yeah,
Here you go.
it's just a different element on, you know.
I want to see that on your
Temporary shelter is going to
We also have a reflection room, you know, where you can just reflect on everything that you've read. We speak on all subjects, all matters.
So if you don't know, the ZV, Department of Housing, here, HIV. If you don't know, they do have this for there. In case people just be confused. But youth, people forget about the youth, and a lot of kids, especially in foster care, when they age out, they end up being homeless because of this, this problem of homeless and service. See? So yes, guys. You and your family are living in a gated shelter. The path is 400 days. That's a long time.
Yes.
Like, can you imagine? A year is 365. So you know, people are staying there over a year. If you get out over 6 months, that's very short. Surprising. That's very lucky. Most people are not doing that. Key, lack of affordable housing. Oh man, except your rent assistance. This is a big problem too. This is a big problem that they have. Big problem. Hopefully I can see that. Landlord rejects rental. Definitely true. Sorry.
Well, they need to. I mean, hopefully, with the media being here.
One of them said that she showed the picture. She said because yesterday evening she had a picture of Adams who was this week evening something like this. But she was saying, which they do need, you know. Well, this would be one day. This would be either one day.
Yes, KK?
Exactly.
I'm trying to go through
If you
KK.
ask me, it's an issue period for the government.
It's an issue period.
Because like I was telling her, they're supposed to protect and serve us.
Right.
They're not serving us well enough.
No.
And they're definitely not protecting us to the best of their ability.
Exactly.
So
This is a real one right here.
Yeah, denied
Rejection.
it. And this right here is like when that ends part. Isn't this the sad one too?
and that's the thing.
I remember that
Rejection,
happens. All
you
this.
know,
And
Yes.
it's
to be rejected in general. You know,
Yes.
Yes,
and
yes.
it's a bad
coming, I'm
feeling.
talking,
But
baby, I'm
to
coming.
be rejected and you don't have a home,
Right.
you want a home and you need one, that's even worse.
That's even worse.
And as you get into the maze, it's like almost like how you go into like depression almost. Like when I was in shelter, I would get there kind of sad, but as going deeper into it and things are not happening, it's like your depression is closing in. That's the
You
thing.
can't let it take
You
over.
can't let- right.
It can.
You cannot let it take over you.
No, it did. It did. It took me a little bit while to get out.
It can.
I was there literally for 3 months for one shelter, and then I left the country, came back, and I ended up being there for like a year and like a couple of months after that. And I finally got NYCHA because somebody helped me out, and I'm like, yes, I'm very. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have gotten out because the people who are there weren't helping me. I tried to do all this. At the time, it was like the link
That's
program.
another thing too.
Yeah.
That's another issue too. That you have a job.
I would have worked a part time, right?
You know, you have to help these people that are coming.
Like, they're
to
getting
you.
paychecks.
Some of them don't even try.
They don't.
They don't. They don't. A lot of them are just sitting there to collect a paycheck.
Right, right.
A lot of them ignore the cry about.
Yes.
Can you see what you can do for me to.
Exactly.
There are very few, a handful I can count that's really okay. That's really pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A handful,
Yeah.
You know.
At the time, we had the link program before they had city FEPS like fully, whatever. The FEPS they said I didn't qualify for. I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't know they had two different programs at the time. Nobody explained it to me. I had to like literally Google
Right.
everything
You have to
because nobody
find
did
out
advocate for
yourself,
yourself.
and you shouldn't.
All right, what are you there for? What are you really there for?
Like you said, then you
supposed to
would
help
know which
you.
one is
Then
which.
why aren't you?
Exactly.
Because they did have a few different, but you
Right.
need to know,
I wanted to do like things
Not
at the time,
only that,
link
you
one.
should, as the person that's interviewing me
Right.
for this process, it should be a thing where you are saying to me, okay, I hear what your situation is. This program would fit you. Or
Right.
This program would fit you.
this one
but they don't
this
do
one
that.
Might, because
leave
they all
the
might not be a
programs
one
out.
size fit all.
That is
Right.
exactly.
This one might be better for you.
Exactly.
This one might be better for you.
Exactly, and that's
Right.
the thing. You can't just up
A
and
one-size
give
fit all.
a certain voucher and name it and just
oh, here's the
That's
voucher.
why I
It's
said
not
one
for
size
everybody.
For one size
It's not.
Right, it's
No,
not. It's not for everybody. Not everybody is a working person.
That's the thing.
Not everybody is disabled.
Right.
Not everybody
So
is a
that's why I
child.
said
Not
it's
everybody
not
has
always-
children.
Just like sometimes I don't like when they vote everybody in certain shelters. That's
Yeah.
not one size for them. Might be
Right.
some people that have a lot of mental,
Right.
some people that have a lot of physical.
Right,
And
exactly.
I've seen that to bulking them together.
Right.
The system is definitely broken. People, I feel like I don't want to just talk. I want to make a difference and make an impact. It's like we talk so much, but it's what is getting done when we're talking.
Right.
I just really want to get like the
And
word out there and stuff like that.
Hopefully with this exhibit, it'll get people out
Yes.
and talking like,
Yes.
hey, I went to this exhibit. Did you know that such and such? And did you know that you can be rejected?
Right. Come, baby. Come right in front of me. No
Know
problem.
that you can be rejected.
Right.
Know that, these different things actually do happen when it comes to homelessness. People just figure, oh, they choose to be that way.
That's what they always think, though. Like we
No
always
one
just out here being lazy. Like
No one chooses
nobody's just choosing that.
Someone, even if they're
Probably like a 1% chance of people doing that. You
I
know?
was gonna say that. Even
Yeah.
if it is people out there that choose that, that's their choice.
Right.
Okay, granted, that's their choice, but why did they choose that?
Exactly.
It's a reason why they choose
Most times
that.
there's like a lot of depression and a lot of mental reasons why some people even go through that. It's like they can't
you
function
and
sometimes.
you can't just pinpoint it to be that. because
Exactly.
There's a lot of people that don't have mental issues.
That's true.
That do decide that that's the way to go. because
Exactly.
Why? It's cheaper.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about a landlord.
That's true.
They don't have to worry about a
Well, the
job.
city is their landlord. If you think about it,
Yeah,
stuff don't
but
get fixed sometimes. But yeah.
It is. But in reality, a person like that,
Yeah.
for instance, like I said, without the mental disabilities, or
Yeah.
without that, you take that person and you say to them and you show them the different things that are available
Right.
to them
Yeah.
and that are for them and may fit their needs. Who's to say they're going to change their mind?
That's true. I think what it is, people who are the workers there, they don't want to help, but they don't know some information either. Because
Right.
some stuff for NYCHA, I was telling people who work there, I'm like, you need to do this, and they said, oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? I called them NYCHA myself.
Right.
They told me that my shelter has to do this thing. They didn't want to do it. I'm like, you work for me.
Right.
Like literally, I pay taxes. My money's going for your paycheck. Why can't you help me?
I don't think they grasp that.
No.
This is not
They
them.
just think it's just coming somewhere.
Right.
That's the problem.
And they also, a lot of them also believe that it can't happen to them.
That's the thing.
So,
The
but
funny
it
thing, the people who worked helped me the most there when I finally left, two people who used to be in the shelter. Two people used to be in the shelter. The other lady, she didn't tell me how she was, but her attitude didn't show me that she used to be in the shelter. If you've been it before, I'm not gonna say everybody who's been in the shelter is like gonna be like the best worker, but her attitude wasn't like, oh, I know how you're feeling. Da, 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 da. I think that's a disconnect, and that's the problem.
That's what's wrong too. The people that you are hiring to do these jobs, they're not willing to do their actual job.
Right.
They're there to, like I said, collect the paycheck
And that's
go
sad.
about their normal day.
Right.
You have to have people in the government and in these positions that are going to actually say, hey, yeah, let's see what we could do.
Right.
Oh, you may qualify for this. Or, oh, man, this may better suit you and your family.
Right.
Instead of, oh, I don't know, you go call that person.
Right. Call them up.
Oh, lady, I don't know who
Exactly. Well, I don't know what questions to ask. I don't know what to do. It's my first time even
I
here.
don't know where I'm going.
Exactly.
Sorry.
You can go
So
through.
sorry.
No problem.
I wasn't sure when you were filming.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it is. And people don't believe this either can happen. But I actually
Your
have
apartment
heard
feels
that
it's-
happening.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that, about the
Yeah.
about the inspection
Yeah.
there.
People don't believe it can happen, but
Yeah.
it does.
No, it does. It does.
I think I'm gonna do the film first and then come back and take some pictures so I can do it on Twitter so people can see it.
Yeah.
Something else, though, right?
It definitely is. It's crazy.
And if this doesn't have an effect on a human being, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not human because it can happen to you.
I don't care.
That's what it is. They don't realize that.
The richest person in the world
Right.
is really not that rich because how many issues do they have?
That's the thing, too.
And it don't have to be homelessness.
That's true.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can't.
I think of Robin Gibbons. Like, he had money and he
Right.
still hurt himself. It's
Right.
like, money doesn't make you happy, but if you just have the right, his mind, body, and soul have to be all together to be good, you know?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
It's sad.
Crazy. It really is.
It's sad. But hopefully with this
information, you know.
Yes.
For us, it's just, I would say a peek of
Definitely.
what goes on and what's happening with homelessness.
That's definitely true. This is crazy.
Because the pictures are so much bigger when you know, dig deep, especially if you were to go into government and everything, you know.
Not over yet. Yes, KK? You move through the review process on her Sunday. That's nice. Look at this. It's like Chutes and Ladders. Like when I was a kid.
Hey, I'm making a video for Prescription Home. Do you mind if I like follow you for a bit as you explore?
Yeah, definitely. That's fine. Once you have anything else to tell me about the exhibit a little bit? Right there.
Can I? Is that your daughter? Can I
Yeah, she is. You can, yeah, definitely.
Get,
She's on YouTube all the time, so I'm fine with that.
hopefully, you know, politicians and stuff, someone will see this and understand that, yeah, there must be something done today, yesterday.
Right.
Years and years ago.
Oh, welcome to your new home. That's so cute.
Stop fixing the issues and change what the issues are.
I'm definitely doing a self. No, I'm doing that.
If you don't change it, then how do you expect?
Oh, wow. There's mirrors. Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. And it's home. It's the word home. That's cute.
just to take a minute and ask yourself
wow.
what home means to you.
Wow. This is cute.
And what that word means for you.
That's crazy. So guys, if y'all want to look at that and do that, that's nice.
And if you have some time, text it. Text your answer, your response.
Okay.
We
I took a picture because I'll forget.
we have a few billboards that are at train stations where
Yes.
your response will showcase there.
Oh, really?
Can I ask you a question for a video about what home means to you? Yeah? I'm gonna have you stand right here for me, okay?
Give me this, baby. No, he's gonna video so you're gonna see over there.
Right here, okay? Perfect. Perfect. So can I have you say your, and really loudly, okay? So have you say your name and what, and say what home means to you, okay? Whenever you're ready.
My name is Katanya and
What home means to you?
How about this? What is home? Is home a person? Is home a place?
home is a place.
And what kind of place does home look like?
Describe what our home look like then.
Building.
A building, and what else? What do you think about home? What do you think when you open the door to home?
Feels good.
It feels good? Does it feel safe or does it feel unsafe?
Feels safe.
Feel safe? And do you feel love there or do you feel not love?
That's
You feel love? And do you feel like you have hope or you feel hopelessness?
I feel like I have.
You have hope to be better and do better? Do you think you're going to be somebody when you get older because you have a home or no?
Can I ask, can home be a person? Can home be your mom? No?
But home feel like it has love though, right? And mom gives you love, right? Okay then. So mom could be a part of your home, right? Makes sense.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Do you want to answer it too?
Oh, sure.
That'd be good. I would love to hear your answer. Okay, I'll get the both of you.
Okay. Maybe dip down or no?
Because it's loud in downtown Brooklyn.
I know, trust me. So what I think home is, I think home is a place you go where you feel safe and you feel love and you feel like family can go there and just be themselves and not have to be portrayed as like something different. And it doesn't matter if it's one, like, it has to be usually more than one person. And This way you feel safe and you feel like you have everything, feel at peace, a peace of mind, and not, the outside world doesn't affect that place. Only you can affect what that place is, to be honest. So that's what I think home is.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah. Look at this.
Let's open the door.
Yes. Let's open the door. I'm coming, girl. It's a long video, but it's fine. I'm trying to take videos and pictures at the same time, girl. By ending. Ooh, my stuff is showing. The door is just, ooh. Must be my camera lady, baby. That is so cool. Look at that. The next mayor must act, definitely.
Don't forget to take a selfie up
Yes.
against the insolvable wall.
Don't forget to tell me where you got that dress when you get over.
Oh, thank you, Amazon. Thank
And it's
you.
got pockets.
Yes, I love it.
Really?
It's not as deep as I want them to be, so I'm like, but I can't hold as much as I want to in there.
She said they fine for her.
Oh, of course. Put her hand in my pocket. I'm gonna take a picture. Came to the end of it, guys. But here are the QR codes you can look at on Twitter to follow the movement. So you can scan it, bring your phone next to the thing. And right here, if you scan this, you can sign a petition to help the movement, guys. Help out the people of New York City. Do they have to live in New York to do the movement, or it could be anybody in America who signs it? Do you know? I have a question. Do they have to be live in New York City to do the petition, or it could be anybody in America?
That part I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
But I can find out for you. Let me ask.
All right, no problem. Because I want to be everybody, if anybody can help. If you're from New York, definitely. If you're not from New York, I'm not sure. So you can find out the information, and I'll get back to you with that. Okay, guys?
You can go on our website.
I'm saying, if anybody in New York, do they have to live in New York to sign the petition? No. Okay, so she answered it. She answered it. So you don't have to live in New York to sign it. So if you live in Texas and my people, all around America, when you see this video and you hope to get to the end of this video, I'm gonna do a separate TikTok just for this. But when you see this video, guys, sign a petition to help out the homeless population in New York City. It doesn't matter if you live here, but somebody you know can be affected by here. Somebody you can't even think about right now can be affected by homelessness in New York City. So please help out and make a difference. Be the difference, okay? Yes.
Even if you don't know anyone, I'm sure you see someone that's homeless.
Right.
You don't want to see them there. Why not help out?
Exactly.
You may not even know they're homeless.
Right.
That's true. That's the thing. People in the shelters are honestly invisible people because you don't see that we're there. We're there. I'm not there. Well, I used to be there. Not there now. But thank God for that. But I'm like, yes. You are? You here?
Ida came through and destroyed my apartment.
Oh, wow.
We ended up, instead of going to the shelter, staying at my uncle's house solely because I refused to go back to the shelter system.
Wow.
I refuse.
Oh, bless. I just saw your hat.
The treatment you receive in the shelters, I would never go back there unless I had
It was
to.
in New York, or was it over there in where?
It was in New York.
It was in New York.
It was in New York. I live in the Bronx.
That's crazy. You hear that? It's so sad. Did you go when you was younger or when you was an adult?
Both.
Oh, wow.
I started out as a foster child getting sent to Covenant House.
Oh, I used to work there.
It's been an off and on battle ever since.
Oh, wow. You heard about somebody's experience. It's crazy. And most times, a lot of people who end up getting shelter with itchy, take off your shoes and go over there. Hold on to that. A lot of people go through these situations. Sometimes they go back more than one time in their lifetime, and it's not because of they're not doing something. It's just stuff happens and they have to go back. So guys, don't be a problem, be the solution. Okay? So yes. I'm here smiling and cheesing. Y'all can't even see my face. Hot mess. Y'all can see my eyes though. Look into the eyes. Tell me what you see. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Bye.